Welcome to the Royal Calcutta Turf Club Calcutta Races Monsoon Meeting 7-day Tuesday 10th September 2024 race preview. The first race of the afternoon is the amazing handicap for horses rated 1 to 26 to be run over a distance of about 1100 meters. We got a field of 9 going to purse for the opening race of the afternoon. The first runner of the day is Liban, who's had 4 starts already in this monsoon season, started the season well with a second placed effort in race number 7. Since then, 3 unplaced efforts, including the run we are looking at, which is from race number 37, where Liban was in 9th spot as they turned for home, then made up a few placings and eventually finished on 5th behind Sara Naika. Number 2 is Alexa, who's had 2 starts in this season. In race number 2, Alexa finished on 6th of 7 runners. This was over 1200 meters. Then in the last start, the one we are looking at is from race number 33, where Alexa was a little slowly out of the gates. It was in 9th spot as the horses entered the home straight, made up a placing and eventually finished on 8th of 10 runners. The winner here was Champagne Supernova. Number 3 is Deep in My Heart. Couple of starts for Deep in My Heart. First up in race number 14, finished on 9th of 10 runners. Last start was in 8th spot when asked for an effort. When push came to shove, then dropped back and finished on 10th of 10. Today the mount of Nikhil Naidu is Deep in My Heart. Number 4 is Diamond Rain. Couple of starts for Diamond Rain after coming down from Hyderabad. Both very poor efforts for Diamond Rain. First up in race number 122, finished on 10th of 15 runners behind My Princess. The start we are looking at is from race number 142, where Diamond Rain was in 7th spot as the horses turned for home, then started to really backpedal, eventually finished on second last of 11 runners. The winner was Super Akiga. Number 5 is Wink and a Smile. Wink and a Smile has had couple of races in this season. In race number 14, finished on 10th of 10 behind Tez. Last start was in race number 27, where it went over 1400 meters, was in 6th spot as they entered the home straight. Then it started to gradually drop back, eventually finished on 10th of 10. The winner was Aeropoli. We got couple of runners, Elite and Tamar. Elite has had couple of starts. First in race number 1, finished on 5th behind Chili Lady. Then in race number 8 was in 6th spot as they entered the home straights, finished on 6th, and it was noted after the race that Elite was bleeding from its nostrils. And number 9 is Tamar, who's had 1 start, which was in this race, was in 4th spot for most while but started to backpedal, eventually finished on 8th of 10 runners. The winner here was War Trail. Number 7 is Vince Angel, who's had a start in this season in race number 14, where Vince Angel was in 2nd spot as they entered the home straight. As you can see towards the left of your screen, towards the inside of the track, and the grey jacket, but then really ran out of gas into the last 100 meters or so, eventually dropped back and finished on 7th of 10 runners. The winner here was Tez. Number 8 is Diamond Gold. Diamond Gold started the season well with a 3rd place effort behind War Trail. Then last start in race number 21, Diamond Gold was in a forward position into the last 200 meters, then gradually dropped back, eventually finished on 5th of 9 runners. The winner here was Tender Heart, who won the race by almost 6.5 lengths. We move on to the second race of the afternoon, the True Colors Handicap Division 1 for horses rated 41 to 66, weight 21 to 46, eligible to be run over a distance of about 1200 meters. Couple of runners we are looking at. First, Prince Sabir, K-Star. Prince Sabir, who's had couple of starts already in this season. First up in race number 12, finished on 7th. Then last start was a little slowly out of the gates, took the turn in 7th spot, made up a placing and eventually finished on 6th of 10 runners. K-Star, who had 1 start, was leading the pack under the last 50 meters when was pounced on by Natural Grace, and K-Star just missed out by about half a length. Number 2 is all-time legend, who's had a couple of stars in the season. First up in race number 16, finished on 3rd behind Global Influence. Then in race number 25, the one we are looking at, was in 4th spot as the race came to a boil, started to backpedal, eventually finished on 8th of 10 runners. The winner here was Leatherback, who eventually won the race by about 2 lengths. Number 4, Star Justice. Number 7, Multi-Star. Star Justice, who had 1 start in the season, and that's from race number 31. One we are looking at was in 4th spot, then started to drop back, eventually finished on 6th of 8 runners. Multi-Star has had a couple of starts. First up in race number 26, finished on 9th of 10 runners behind Natural Grace. Over here, finished on 4th after being in 6th spot for most while. The winner here was Retreat. Fancy Nancy, sporting trainer. Fancy Nancy, this was from race number 30, was in 6th spot, then started to really come down like a house on fire, but just missed out by about half a length to True Faith. Fancy Nancy finished on 2nd. Sporting trainer, who has had a couple of starts. First up in race number 26, finished on 8th, and in this race, after travelling in 4th spot for most while, eventually dropped back and finished on 6th of 8 runners. The winner here was True Faith. Number 6 is Kindred Spirit. Kindred Spirit has been the winner of 2 starts from 2 runs, and first up in race number 2 got the measure of historic over 1200 meters in the last start, and race number 11 was in 2nd spot when given the go, and Kindred Spirit started to accelerate, eventually had almost 4.5 lengths to spare from the 2nd place runner, which was Vinam Rao. Number 8 is Tuscany. Tuscany had a couple of starts in Hyderabad in race number 43, where finished on 6th, and the one we are looking at is from race number 81, where Tuscany was leading the pack until the last 250 meters, where it was overall by Gretzi, and eventually Tuscany finished on a credible 2nd. Number 9 is Jean Lafette. 4 starts already for Jean Lafette in this season. Has earned some stake money in race number 12, finished on 4th. Last start was in race number 39, where Jean Lafette was in 2nd spot as they entered the home straight. Then started to weaken and eventually finished on 3rd. The winner here was Light Fantastic. Jean Lafette, again ridden by P. Soria. Moving on to the 3rd race of the after the True Colors Handicap Division 2 for horses rated 41 to 66, rated 21 to 46, eligible to be run over a distance of about 1200 meters. First up, we are looking at Dubai Gold. Dubai Gold had a long winter season where it won a race in race number 35, finished on 2nd in an earlier start, then has had 4 unplaced efforts, including the run we are looking at, which is from race number 187, where Dubai Gold went over 1400 meters, was in 8th spot as it turned for home, stayed on in 8th. The winner here was Blackstone, who eventually got the race by a long neck. Couple of runners, Celtic Harlequin and Ivanhoe, who had 4 stars in the winter season. A couple of placed efforts to sign off the season in race number 81, finished on 3rd. Race number 185, the one we are looking at, was in 5th spot for most while, then started to bridge the gap on the wide outside and finished on 3rd. Celtic Harlequin, who was a winner in earlier start in the Monsoon meeting in last season. Over here, Celtic Harlequin was in 4th spot. Number 3 is Black Coffee. Black Coffee had a couple of starts and a win in that in race number 53. One we are looking at was in 2nd spot when asked for an effort, started to accelerate and eventually had 5 lengths to spare over Dragon's Gold, who has subsequently won a couple of races. Earlier start, Black Coffee finished on 3rd. Rimmel and Zuccardi, who's had 1 start in the season, was a winner in an earlier start in the winter season in race number 131. Over here, Zuccardi was in 2nd spot when came under pressure, finished on 3rd. And Rimmel, who is another runner who's had 3 starts so far, has earned some stake money. Finished on third in an earlier start in race number 12 over here. Was a little slowly out of the gates and eventually came out and finished on fourth. The winner was Natural Grace. Number 5 is King's Retreat. King's Retreat has had a couple of starts and a placed effort in race number 18 where King's Retreat finished on third to Felix, and then last start was in fifth spot, then started to accelerate and eventually took charge into the last 100 meters and won the race by beating Raffaello by about a length and a half. Number 7 is Smash Shot. Couple of starts for Smash Shot. In race number 64 finished on 4th behind Black Eagle. Then in race number 95 came wide of the track, circled the field and won the race by beating By the Book by almost a length. Wonderful has had 3 starts in this season, couple of unplaced efforts, but the last start was in race number 23 where Wonderful was in 4th spot, then took charge as they circled for the home straight and then had almost 3 parts of a length to spare over Sicily. Wonderful again ridden by Anthony Raj S. Number 10 is Indian Tiger. Couple of starts for Indian Tiger and went on a start to finish mission on each of his 2 starts, but then started to run out of gas and backpedal into the last 200 meters. Same with the last race where it went over 1200 meters, eventually finished on 5th of 8 runners. The winner here was Kindred Spirit. So we move on to the 4th race of the year after the Silver Fox Handicap. For horses race 61 to 86, rate 41 to 66, eligible to be run over a distance of about 1200 meters. First runner we are looking at is Merope. What a comeback to the track for Merope in race number 13. She was in 2nd spot as they turned for home, then started to accelerate and did not really slow down at any point. Eventually had over a distance to spare to the 2nd place horse, which was Galacticus. Again, the Mount of Yash Naridu is Merope. Number 2 is Eternal Princess. Couple of starts for Eternal Princess in this season. First up in race number 25, finished on 4th. The run we are looking at is from race number 32, where Eternal Princess was on a start to finish mission, but into the last 150 meters raised the white flag, eventually finished on 6th of 6. The winner here was Agnostic, who won the race by half a length. Four runners, Dr. Doom, La Dominate. Then we have the other 2 runners are 5,000 words, 8 Gyama. This is from race number 25 where Dr. Doom was in 2nd spot for most while, then dropped back, eventually finished on 6th. Number 4 La Dominate, who was in 3rd spot, even dropped back and finished on 5th. Number 5000 Words, who was on a start to finish mission, eventually finished on 3rd. And Gyama, who was in 9th spot, dropped back a placing and eventually finished on 10th of 10. The winner here was Leatherback, who almost won the race by 2 lengths. Number 6 is Blackstone. This is a start we are looking at from the winter season where Blackstone competed in a hat-trick, won in race number 130 beating Fresh Hope over 1200 meters, won in race number 148 over 1400 meters beating Remy Red, and finally the run we are looking at here, Blackstone was a little slowly out of the gates but was brushed up, was in 3rd spot, then took charge into the last 100 meters, won the race by a long neck. Number 7 is Wordsmith. Wordsmith had a start in race number 6, the one we are looking at, wherein it was in 3rd spot throughout and eventually finished on 3rd, and it was observed after the race that Wordsmith was trotting lame. Again, the Mount of J.H. Arul is Wordsmith today. We move on to the first classic of the season, the 5th race in today's card, the HPSL Calcutta Fillies Trial Stakes. For Indian fillies 3-year-old only to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. First up, we're looking at Dubai Princess and Traila. This is from race number 22, where they really had a match race between them. They went up hell for leather for the last 200 meters, and eventually Traila got a little stronger and won. And Dubai Princess will live to fight another day. Dubai Princess the mount of A. Sandesh, and Traila the mount of Yash Naredu. Number 2, Forest Fragrance, won back-to-back starts in Ooty, then had a start in Bangalore. The one we're looking at is from race number 41 there, where finished on 6th of 8 runners. The winner there was Crosswater. Forest Fragrance now back with the Hindu Singh. Number 3 is Lady Sunshine. So far 5 stars, 3 wins. Last start went down narrowly between the Battle of the Greys, Lady Sunshine, but what guts she showed in this race. Just missed out by a nose. Today the mount of Anthony S. Rogers, Lady Sunshine. Number 4 is Natural Grace. After going down to Snow Leopard, 4 wins on the trot for Natural Grace. Last time out looked like was down for the count, but then started to accelerate into the last 100 meters and pulled off a victory from the jaws of defeat as Natural Grace, again partnered by Neeraj Rawal. Moving on to the 6th race in today's card, the supporting feature, the Stewards Cup for horses 4-year-old and over, to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. Couple of runners. This is from the Monsoon Sprint, where Agnostic, Cool Rider, and we also had Tosha, Gazino went up against each other. Agnostic definitely the eye catcher. Agnostic had almost half a length to spare at the post. Tosha, who finished on 2nd, Cool Rider finished on 3rd, and Gazino finished on 4th. So they're really taking on each other on very similar terms than the one that we ran on earlier on. Number 4 is Savvy Chick. Savvy Chick had a setback, came back in race number 19, where she was in 4th spot for most while, then started to accelerate and eventually finished on 2nd behind Flying Scotsman. And Savvy Chick today the mount of A. Sandesh. Finally, number 5 is Tigrio. Tigrio has had 3 starts in this season on stake money in her first start. Tigrio finished on 4th. Then couple of unplaced efforts. Last start was a little slowly out of the gates for Tigrio. Took the turn in 6th spot, stayed on in 6th. The winner there was Sea Lion, who won the race by nose. We move on to the 7th and last race of the day, the Richie Rich Handicap for horses weight 21 to 46, grade 1 to 26, eligible to be run over a distance of 1600 meters. First runner we're looking at is Amalfitana. Had a start in race number 31, where it was a little slowly out of the gates, was brushed up, was in 2nd spot as they entered the home straight. The early exertions took a toll, and eventually Amalfitana dropped back and finished on 7th of 8 runners. The winner here was King's Retreat. Number 2, Aeropoli. Aeropoli started the season with a bang in race number 27, where Aeropoli was in 3rd spot, then took charge into the last 250 meters and eventually spared a distance to 2nd placed horse, which was historic. Again, the mount of Yash Naredu is Aeropoli. Lucky 9, Sagittari. This race is from the winter season in race number 173, where Lucky 9 was in 7th spot, then dropped back and finished on 8th. Lucky 9 had won couple of races during the season in race number 50 and race number 96 respectively. And Sagittari, who had a won in the Monsoon meeting in race number 33, has had 3 starts in the winter season and did not win or place in any of them. Best placed effort was in race number 30, finished on 4th. Super Akiga and Born to be Spoiled. Super Akiga, who's had couple of starts, couple of placed efforts in race number 4, finished on 3rd. Race number 9, the one we are looking at, was in 3rd spot, then came up and finished on 2nd. Number 8, Born to be Spoiled, who signed off the season with a 2nd placed effort, had won in the winter season in race number 107. Over here, Born to be Spoiled finished on 6th of 7 runners. The winner here was Normitzi. Number 5 is Norwegian Wood, had a start after coming down from Bangalore, was installed the favourite, was in 2nd spot when asked for an effort. As you can see to the left of your screen, started really back paddle, eventually finished on 7th. The winner here was Felix, and the Norwegian Wood today ridden by Anthony Rajes. Finally, number 7 is I Smell the Danger, who was a winner in an earlier start in the winter season, and this season couple of races when been unplaced in both of them. Race number 9 finished on 4th, and the run we are looking at is from race number 37, where I Smell the Danger was in 7th spot. When asked for an effort to really drop back, eventually finished on 11th of 12 runners. The winner was Saranaika. That's the lineup for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching and see you at the races.